Anthony Usher, thief, usurer, merchant of flesh. Bernard Usher, swindler, forger, jewel thief, drug addict. Francis Usher, professional assassin. Vivian Usher, blackmailer, harlot, murderess. She died in the madhouse.
Hello, everybody. This is Nick the Rat Radio. If you die in the madhouse, I'd feel pretty bad for you. Don't die in the madhouse. If you're gonna find a place to die, find a nice mattress or something to crawl under, a dark area. You never imagine what you'd find under some of these sewer tunnels. It's creepy out there. Well, that's a little bit too creepy. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Nick the Rat Radio. I am Nick the Rat. This is the only podcast that you could find that's in a sewer. And currently, I'm in the sewer systems of Brooklyn, New York. I don't think I've ever left the sewer systems of Brooklyn, New York. I've been here for a long time. We have a lot to talk about tonight. This show is jam-packed. Okay, maybe that's a lie. I should take that back. We have a lot of stories tonight. A lot of spooky stories. If you didn't know, it's October out there. Currently October 14th, 2020. And there's some spooky goddamn stuff happening out there. And sometimes the best way to come together as a community is to share our experiences. I think there's too much stuff that's going unreported in the world. I think there's a lot of communities being quiet. I think there's a lot of individuals that are just too scared to talk. They're just too scared. And that's why tonight we're going to be sharing the scariness with stories. So I hope you stick around, and I hope you have enough undergarments that you could urinate through, because you're gonna be scared peepless tonight. Oh, wait a second! I forgot to do the honorary popping of a can here. Let me grab my giant Tecate can. It only looks big because I'm a tiny little rat, but here we go. Thank goodness it didn't destroy the studio. Tonight's going to be really creepy, people. I've listened to some of the stories that we're going to be hearing tonight. We have an Edgar Allan Poe reading of The Telltale Heart, read by no other than Medus. Man, I'll never know how to say your name. It's Medus. And boy, oh boy, his voice scared the crap out of me. I had to change my pants at least 5 times while I was editing it down. So it's a little long, but I broke it up into segments. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait to listen. But if you have a shortage of undergarments, send pics and make sure you start to put them on. Put the clothes on, because you're going to be ruining them layer by layer tonight, everybody. It's going to be a really creepy night. We got music. We have I think Zindu's dead. I haven't heard from him since the cemetery. I think he got his hand stuck in like a stone vagina or something. There's a lot of voluptuous statues in cemeteries. But we got phone calls. My doctor's been calling me a lot. My doctor keeps calling me. He won't stop calling me. He leaves hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of voicemails. It's, it's like a nightmare, and you can't just block him because he's your doctor, you know? You could block anybody. You could block those credit card companies that aren't real, the people that are trying to steal your social security numbers. You could block those people left and right, but your doctor you can't block. And Dr. Blockula. We also got music, and we have some fun music tonight, I think. This song blew the pants off of my pants, because I had like 5 layers of pants on. I was peeing through them and pooping through them, and the music was just blowing them off. It was like a pants Armageddon over here. It was scary stuff, but I made it through it, and I think we're all going to make it through it together, because there is no mountain we could overcome in during Halloween, because we're a bunch of mutants. I don't know if Shino Bunny is a mutant, but he makes great music, and this one's called The Finch.
Thought that Nick the Rat's pants now was kind of okay.
Yeah, didn't have enough context. Didn't have enough context.
Am I still alive? Am I online? Hello? Hello world. HelloWorld.com. What's the best way to do a search? Oh yeah, I'm still streaming. Look at that. I'm still alive. You can't I think it was just like a influx. I'm getting DDoS. People are after me. You know, it's fine. Sometimes you feel people are after you, but But then you start to realize everybody's after everybody. You're after other people too. I'm after people. Who's not after somebody? People start spending the rest of their lives together with each other because they were after each other. It sounds like a horrible thing sometimes. You're like, oh my God, these people, they're after me, But it's they can't hack my. I got sewer scientists down here. Hold on a second. I need to turn on one of the bathroom light over here. There we go. Okay, bathroom light initiated. Sometimes you just have to have the warm glow to help the flow. You know? So, electrons. We just enslave those guys. We're always after them. They have nothing they could say or do. Maybe we should listen to my doctor. I think yeah, this is my doctor's number right here.
Hey, Nick. Okay. You and me, bro. Just the two of us.
It's not professional, doctor.
We're gonna talk this out. We gotta make this work. We gotta make this happen for the business, for the.
You're the business.
For life, bro.
You're my doctor.
I mean, here we are. Okay.
Can you? Where's
slide that one? That one looks really swollen for some reason.
Which one?
Are
you watching this
2,
live?
4, the fifth nipple. Yeah, just slip that one into my mouth. Just a little.
No.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
This
okay.
is doctor patient.
No, I'm just gonna,
I'm still. Diane, cut the call. Diane, cut the. Okay. Sorry about that. If you had young ones in the room or don't like doctors, that probably wasn't a very good thing for you to hear. We should let's start let's get right into the meat and potatoes of the show. Let's listen to Medus, Medus, M-E-D-U-S. Medus, oh crap, man! I'm so. All right, let's listen to part 1 of the Telltale Heart. It's so good. Here we go.
Hello, Nick the Rat in the sewers of New York. I'd like to tell you a story. The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. True. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been and am. But why will you say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object, there was none. Passion, there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. He had never given me insult. For his gold, I had no desire. I think it was his eye Yes, it was this. He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so, by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now, this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it, oh so gently. And then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I put in the lantern, dark, all closed. Closed so that no light shone out. And then I thrust in my head. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! Would a madman have been so wise as this? And then, when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously, oh, so cautiously. Cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I undid it just so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night, just at midnight. But I found the eye was always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work, for it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. And every morning when the day broke, I went boldly into his chamber and spoke courageously to him, called him by his name in a hearty tone, and inquiring how he passed the night. So you see, he would have been a very profound man indeed to suspect that every night, just at 12, I looked in upon him while he slept. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. A watch's minute hand moves more quickly than did mine. Never before that night had I felt the extent of my own powers, of my sagacity. I could scarcely contain the feelings of triumph. To think that there I was, opening the door, little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved in his bed suddenly, as if startled. Now, you may think I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch with a thick darkness, for the shutters were close fastened through fear of robbers. And so I knew that he could not see the opening of the door. I kept pushing it in, steadily, steadily. I had my head in.
The hell's going on? Ew. It sounded like a butthole closing up at the end there. That's weird. That was great, man. Just think there's 2 more parts to that. Now, if that doesn't make you if you weren't on the edge of your seat already, like out of your third pair of pants, maybe you want to take like a pair off or something, because there's 2 more of that coming. There's a lot more coming tonight. There's a lot of voicemails. I think my doctor left a whole bunch. Let's see if hey, Diane, play one of my doctor's voicemails. If I don't play them, he'll sue me.
Hey, Nick, whatever happened to that, 80s, 90s? No, 80s. 80s, punk rock,
What does this have to do with my
guitar playing, pretty cool, metal-ish, Duck. He was pretty punk rock, Alien Duck, that movie fucking sucked as bad as Zindu.
What the?
Well, probably not as good as Zindu, because, a beat doesn't really wrap around what it needs to. But, yeah. Never mind. Yeah. I'll still let him strum my guitar.
Doc, I was asking you, you told me that Zindu was an illusion in my head. Are my ED results in? Hopefully one of these voicemails is from that. Let's play another voicemail that's not my doctor. 917-719-5923. You could call me. You could leave a voicemail right now. I'll have the phone lines wide open, so you could thrust your head in and talk to me in the sewer. If you'd so like, you could tell me a scary story, or if you just want to, shoot the shit. Is that when they throw cow pies in the sky and they shoot it? Cow pies, they would throw them. Is that why they said shoot the shit? There's a lot of questions out there. Diane, play the voicemail.
Nick the Rat?
Yeah, that's me.
Nick the Rat? This is Marbles.
Jenna
My friend
Marbles?
told me to call. Marbles, this is Marbles. Nick the Rat? I'm going to call back.
Everybody, Jenna Marbles listens to Nick the Rat Radio. I'm about to get like 100 million more people. Oh, this is great. Maybe I should go change my clothes or something. I got my Star Trek stuff on right now. Discovery Season 3 is coming out tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Let's listen to some music here. We got Thomas Wang with Space Oddity. Thomas Wang with Space Oddity. Diane, you're supposed to jump on that quicker. You can't just take it so slow. It's... Yeah, Jenna Marbles. Call my agent, my other one, not you. Diane, no, I'm not serious. I'm getting out of here.
To Major Tom, take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control 9, to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing 5, countdown, engines 4, on. 3, 2. Check ignition. God's love be with you. This Planet Earth is blue and there's nothing I can do. I'm past 100,000 miles. I'm feeling very still. And I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear how I'm floating around my tin can? Far above the moon. Planet Earth is blue and there's nothing I can do.
Well, hot dog. That was fun. That was a good cover. I liked it. Brought the scariness down from Meadus's brilliant reading of part 1 of The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. He's a creepy dude. Unlike this guy right here, he's not that creepy. This guy's cool. Sorry. Imaginary friends. They're good to have, especially in time of need. Because you could do this. Watch this. Diane, call Joe. Yeah, and tell him the dinner party's off. Tell him I said his mom smells like carrots. Okay, say you could do that when you have imaginary friends. You could say anything. Oh yeah, like Blitz, the imaginary lover too. That works as well. Got that picture over there. I don't know if you could see it, but it's one of my many lovers. Yeah, and I put the pin with the string onto it to the other lover with the pin there and the circle, and then the string that goes to the other. Yeah, that one. Diane, yeah, we need more pink strings because we're trying to find out where the ED came from. We should listen to a phone call from my doctor really quick. I've been waiting for the results for something, and I don't know if they're coming in yet. But let's. We got my doc. What do you got?
So then, oh God, damn it, Nick, the beep caught me off guard. So there we are at our scout camp, behind the latrine,
enormous dong.
Bathing
That's what ED
facility.
stands for. Enormous. It's painful.
Right there at the edge of the woods. You know, we glared at each other previously. We knew what was going on. As we both stepped behind the facility and began to urinate into the woods and the brush, and as our eyes locked and we glanced into each other, oh my God, fucking honey badgers tearing our cocks off! Oh my God, my cock is ripped to shreds by the fucking honey badger! You don't give a shit! Honey badger don't care! He's fucking eating it off and tearing us apart! Holy shit! He's got a piece of mine in his teeth while he's shredding my balls off my face!
So maybe I'll get my results a little bit later. We should probably thank some people, because I'm thinking these medical bills are going to be like the scariest thing this Halloween. Medical bills. We should. You could go to nicktherat.com and click on donate. There's a way to donate. There's also a PO box. It's 90549. Yeah, 90549. Is that it? I don't know. What's Diane? What's my PO box? Whoa. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if I can find my PO box address. Yeah, it is PO Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York 11209. You could send me. I don't know. I got a book last week. That was a cool book. I got to read that as soon as I learn how to read. No, I'm joking. I know how to read. I've been reading the chat all night. Like that says, Hesychasia. I could read. Anyway. It's not about me. This show's about us. We're a community. Sometimes you feel like the earth is falling in on your shoulders. Now, when you feel like this, you have to zoom out. You have to take yourself out of your head, out of the mindset that you're in, and then realize that you're really small and insignificant, and you're not really that. You can donate. There's a button there. I think you go through PayPal. Diane, we're still taking PayPal. Yeah, and Amazon. We got Twitch. If you go to Twitch, you got Amazon Prime. You can go there and do that thing. I don't dox people. If you want me to say your name, just let me know. Put your name in the note, and I'll say it. Otherwise, I'm going to. How do you say? I'm just going to read your initials. I'll read initials. So if you hear your initials, you know who you are. And if you don't hear your initials, then you also know who you are, because I don't think you really need to hear your initials to know who you are. So then why am I even saying this? Wait. Everything is so controversial these days. Our first donation comes from NW with a 420. Thank you, NW with the 420. We love the 420. It looks like NW sent the 420 yen. And, whoa, another NW with the 420. I think NW, you have to go check your account. I think you've been sending 2420s over here. We got JB with a 420. Wait, is JB taking NW's 420s and spreading them too? What, these 420s are getting crazy. We got an LB with a 420. It's getting higher. It's getting higher and higher, baby. We have an NB with a, holy crap. With 420s. Thank you, NB. NB just took the top of the cake there. It got higher and higher, and the 420s kept going, and then there was 420s instead of a 420. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to follow along. Come on, if you just keep up, we can get through this donation segment and listen to more scary stories. And then finally, last but not least, JA with a 420. It was a 420 train. Did you see that train? Look at its horns. Woo. Thank you everybody for the donations. We're gonna listen to some music, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines. And if you're my doctor, or if you know the stats for my ED, please let me know. Or if you have a scary story, that'd be great. We love scary stories during October. We could listen to them all the time. We got this one is Ryan Richard with Freedom. Let's listen to that one. That sounds cool. We'll be right back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Nick the Rat Radio. Wait, I can't wait to talk to you live.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Oh wow. Did I not notice a thing in here? Let's listen. No, I don't hear.
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh. Don't post your music up on SoundCloud if you're gonna do this. If you're gonna put like a, oh, this is an awesome song over here.
Purchase your tracks today.
And then you throw that in there. Yeah. Purchase that track today. Who is this musician over here? And it's just called Freedom too. It's funny.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hell yeah! And I think it was a beat person. They make beats. Like this is not even really a song; it's just some beats. But I like the beats. But apparently they didn't mean this to be a song, so they just wanted it to be an advertisement. It's a dope ass beat though. All right, we're gonna stop that song right there. All right, stop it. You know that was such a disappointment. I need to come back. I need to come back with something that's not a disappointment. We need part two. We need to. Diane, play part two. Can we please listen to it? We have to play some advertisements. I thought we were opening the phone lines. Where's my medication? Okay, we're gonna hold on. We're gonna just take a quick phone break. We got some phone calls. It looks like we have some phone calls. We're gonna take them. I'm gonna throw them out the window. No, I'm joking. We gotta. Okay, let's open the phone lines up here. The lines are flooded. Okay, we have to weed through these people. This is the let's open up the first time caller line. It's 917-719-5923. Please only leave that line open for people who are first time callers only. I don't want to talk to you if I've already heard from, unless you're my doctor. I've been trying to get in touch with him all day. Ooh, what's this? It's bright. Oh, it looks like we have a phone call coming through. What? Get rid of this thing. It's like hot lava there. Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Caller, are you there? Caller, can you hear me?
Nick.
Caller, are you there?
Nick the Rat.
Caller, are
Caller.
you with me?
I'm here.
Oh, you're
Nick
here?
the Rat.
Can you lower your radio just a little bit?
My radio's down. Can you hear me? Nick the Rat?
What are you doing to my screen?
Oh, I'm not on your screen, Nick the Rat. Nick the Rat, this is Marbles.
Jenna Marbles?
Not Jenna Marbles, just Marbles.
Diane, cancel the wardrobe change. Oh,
no, wardrobe changes, costume changes are great, Nick the Rat. Hey, Nick the Rat, can I give a shout out to my friend Ratchet, NORAD, Pirate, Murdoch, and Wormwood?
Well, since this is the first time caller line, and this is definitely the first time you're calling in, go for it.
Yep, for sure. So I did that. So they're listening, I hope. If not, they'll hear it later, or however this works. I don't know. I don't know Nick the Rat. This is my first time calling Nick the Rat.
What did you do?
Well, so my friend Ratchet was telling me about Nick the Rat, and then my friend Pirate texted me earlier and was like, "Hey, Nick the Rat's on. You should try to give him a call." Here I am giving you a call.
Oh.
So Nick the Rat, Marbles. So Marbles is me, and I'm a pirate wizard.
Marbles, do you like scary movies?
I love scary movies. I was actually just watching House of a Thousand Corpses, and right now I on mute have the Addams Family playing.
Oh, that's good. Those are two great choices right there. On
Yeah.
Netflix, I saw that Adam Sandler has a new horror movie out. I'm sorry I have to say this because Netflix is paying me so much money to say it. But it looks good.
I mean, I haven't given it a chance yet, just only because I don't have small children in my home.
Like Adam Sandler?
Like, I feel like Adam Sandler movies now are all for young children.
Would you let Adam Sandler in your house?
Probably. I would say yes. I would say yes to that.
What if the only reason he came to your house was because he had to take a poo?
I would definitely listen, Nick the Rat. If someone needed to poop and they knocked on my door and was like, "I need to poop," I would let anyone poop in my house because pooping is a serious situation. Right? Am I wrong?
No, it's pretty serious. That's why they call it number 2.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, if you're knocking on someone's door needing to poop, come on.
That's scandalous, though. I don't know. I'd probably poop in the streets before I knocked on a door to poop. Because I was even like a timid trick or treater. So if I can't ask for free candy, then I don't know if I could ask to poop in your bathroom. If it was Adam Sandler, I'd probably laugh and tell him no, and then I would take pictures of him with me. I'd be like, "Can you maybe?"
Right, but you're Nick.
That's rude. Yeah, that's pretty rude. I probably wouldn't do that. If it was Adam Sandler, I'd let him poop. I'd probably poop with him.
Ooh, that's a whole new thing. Like a combination toilet, like face-to-face toilet operation.
Call it Pooping with the Stars.
That's a new Netflix series, which Adam Sandler's doesn't he have a contract with Netflix, right?
Probably.
New Netflix series, Pooping with the Stars.
Oh man, I want to poop with Gwyneth Paltrow. I want to stare into her eyes as I squeeze one out.
I'm so happy I'm on the phone with you right now, Nick.
Oh.
I haven't been able to, because of the global pandemic, do the things that I usually do this year, which is casually travel around the country and visit with friends that I love and I refer to mostly as family. So the occasions that I do get to see those people, which has been very rare this year, well, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but anyway, last week
you're trying to tell me you poop all over the world.
I poop. No, I'm not a worldwide traveler. I'm a United States traveler. What is that? Intercontinental? Is that intercontinental? I'm an intercontinental pooper.
A United States shitter.
United States shitter. Excellent. And they turned me on to Nick the Rat. And I was told that are you an animated rat or a cartoon rat? Or are you explain to me your rat, the realms your rat lives in?
I think I'm a mentally challenged rat. I don't know how to die. I've been around for like 3-4 years now.
Right. Well, what's the lifespan of a rat? That's
like 2, 3. Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Oh man, that made me think of it's been so many years, like at least like probably 20, but like in the Marilyn Manson in his autobiography, didn't his mom like try to keep a rat alive like for like 6 or 7 years, like it was like her pet rat, and like she
tried to keep it alive? You mean like she fed it and gave it water?
A rat nursing. No, I think she built like a rat nursing home for her pet rat.
Oh, I thought you meant like maybe she made like a robot body for it and was trying to make it live forever. It was like turning to like the Reanimator.
That would be pretty cool, though.
That would be. Jeffrey Combs in there.
Yeah.
Well, call her. I would like to say thanks for calling, and do you know what everybody gets the first time they call in?
I do not.
Oh, Diane, why'd you hang up? Diane's such a jerk. Why do you gotta do that to new callers? It doesn't help retention. What's going on here? We're listening to some advertisements on Nick the Rat Radio. I think so. I think we got a couple advertisements we have to play. Hold on one second. I don't know what I'm doing here. If I don't play the advertisements, there's actually a gun that comes out of the desk and shoots me. It's a little scary in the sewer, especially when there's mad scientists running around with. They're not under the U.S. law. They have. It's like being in the middle of open seas. I know, Diane. Just tell him to shine it up. I'm looking for the folder. They're all over the place. I don't know who's organizes these folders anymore. We got some help. They died. It was it's pretty traumatic. A lot of stuff's happening down here, okay? Here we go. Okay, we have the advertisements. We're going to play some advertisements. We had to play... Really? We're playing more Vincent Price advertisements. He still has ad roll? All right, we're playing Vincent.
Hello, I'm Vincent Price. For many years now, mankind and his offspring have...
Oh, no, don't do that. No, okay, hold on one second. That's not what we want. We have to do a redo on that. Yeah, I know, they're gonna charge us for it, but it's fine. What are they gonna do? Yeah, okay, here we go.
Hello, I'm Vincent Price. For many years now, mankind and his offspring have been searching for an alternative to peanut butter and jelly. After employing the latest methods in technology, the Peter Paul Candy Company has found the alternative to peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter with no jelly. Pure, creamy peanut butter dotted with Crispies, covered with pure milk chocolate, but no jelly. I'm sure you're as pleased as I am.
Have you ever wanted to take a shower, but you're not that Irish and there's no springs anywhere? You're pretty fucked up off the Guinness right now, and there's a hot potato in the oven, and your bitch wife with her fucking red hair and freckles is in the other room laughing at you.
I thought we threw this advertisement away.
Well, now you could take a shower in the sewer with the Dark Sewer Soap. Buy 5 bars today for $69.99. Only on the Dark Sewer Network. Call now and order yours today. 917-719-912-59359. What the hell was that number? 917-719-5923.
And let's listen to part 2. She's a lovely lady. Don't do that. We're gonna listen to part 2 of The Telltale Heart by the one, the only Meduse. Right? That's how you say it. I think that's how you say it. But play it. Come on, play it.
I had my head in, and was about to open the lantern when my thumb slipped upon the tin fastening, and the old man sprang up in bed, crying out, "Who's there?" I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour I did not move a muscle. And in the meantime I did not hear him lie down. He was still sitting up in his bed listening, just as I have done night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the walls. Presently I heard a slight groan, and I knew it was a groan of mortal terror. It was not a groan of pain or grief, oh no. It was the low, stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe. I knew that sound well. Many a night, just at midnight, when all the world slept, it has welled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. I knew that he had been lying awake since the first slight sound, when he had turned in his bed. His fears had been since growing upon him. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He had been saying to himself, "It is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor," or "It is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp." Yes, he had been trying to comfort himself with these suppositions, but he had found all in vain. All in vain, because death, in approaching him, had stalked with his black shadow before him and enveloped the victim. And it was the mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. When I had waited a long time, very patiently, without hearing him lie down, I resolved to open a very, very little crevice in the lantern. So I opened it. You cannot imagine how stealthily, until at length a simple, dim ray, like the thread of a spider, shot out from the crevasse and fell upon the vulture eye. It was open, wide open, and I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect distinctness, all a dull blue, with a hideous veil over it that chilled the very marrow in my bones, but I could see nothing else of the old man's face or person, for I had directed the ray, as if by instinct, precisely upon the damned spot. And have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but an over-acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury, as the beating of a drum stimulates a soldier into courage. But even yet I refrained and kept still. I scarcely breathed. I held the lantern motionless. I tried how steadily I could maintain the ray upon the eye. Meantime, the hellish tattoo of the heart increased. It grew stronger and quicker, and louder every instant. The old man's terror must have been extreme. It grew louder, I say, louder every moment. Do you mark me when I tell you that I am nervous? So I am. And now, at the dead hour of the night, amid the dreadful silence of the old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet, for some minutes longer, I refrained and stood still. But the beating grew louder. I thought the heart must burst, and now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's time had come. With a loud yell, I threw open the lantern and leaped into the room. He shrieked once, and only once. In an instant I dragged him to the floor and pulled the heavy bed over him. I then smiled gaily to find the deed so far done.
Oh boy. Let's go. It's getting creepy in the sewers, guys. Oh, what's going on down here? It's on my shoulder. Did you feel that? The power of suggestion is really powerful. Like, if I said, did you feel that hand on your shoulder? And if I said it like out of the blue and very convincingly, you might actually feel like there was actually a hand on your shoulder. Now, this is statistically, it works with about 50% of everybody. I read it somewhere in a book that I wrote, I think, maybe in the future one day. But it's true. So yeah, there's a hand on your shoulder. It's touching you. That shit's scary. What's scarier than somebody about to massage you? I don't know. I still hate people that don't use their turn signal. That shit pisses me off. Or when they're walking on a sidewalk, and there'll be like 5 people holding hands, and they just try to clothesline you. Like none of them says, hey, here comes somebody else coming down the street. Sure, he's about 6 inches tall, but he has to pass too. Let's listen to a phone call from my doctor, and then we're going to play some music here. There's a lot of music. When you look for, like, creepy music, why is it always carnival music? I don't get it. What did the carnival ever do that just made it so gosh darn scary? Does anybody out there know? Because I don't know. But let's listen to this. Diane, play my doctor. I really want to know if he has the pills ready for me.
There are molecules. They were taken to a place called NIST, the National Institute for Standards and Technology. There are many molecules there in cages. They were put through the most unspeakable tortures, all to satisfy some scientific curiosity.
What did my doctor say? I don't know. That sounded serious. That sounded a little serious there. We're gonna play one. We're gonna play another voicemail that's not my doctor, because we have to let other people be heard as well, because this is a community. We're in a community of horror lovers, of people that just like to cut back and relax and not talk about anything that's too not scary, because who wants to talk about that? That's lame. Scary stuff is awesome. 917-719-5923. This person left me a voicemail, I think. Now I'm looking at it. It looks like it's 3 minutes of nothing. Yeah. You could leave me 3 minutes of nothing at 917-719-5923. Or we're gonna play a quick song. I have to use the faucet. I mean, this is Hetninger Christus Factus Est. This is like some creepy music. This is what I think is creepy. If I was to listen to to say, creepy music, I wouldn't say, oh, put on that carnival stuff, man. When I'm eating popcorn and throwing darts at the wall. No, put this on right here. Whoa. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. Hey, everybody, welcome back. That's some Gregorian chanting right there. Let's get back to what the hell's going on here. We have to lower that filter. That filter is dominating. Dominating, I tell you. Can't even see anything else over here. We're back on the air. We're having a good time. It's late. I think it's late. It's past midnight. That's when all the scary stuff happens. Sometimes you could just be doing normal everyday stuff, like shaving or rubbing your nipples. But during the night, it could be a lot scarier. During the day, it's not that scary at all. But at night, eating Oreo cookies at night Are you walking around in a dark room? A dark room at nighttime is scarier than a dark room during the daytime any day of the year. Especially at night. Well, there's also, you could email me too. I've been messing up with this. There's a email, nick@nicktherat.com. If you email me and you put Gas Blast in there, I will read it on the air. It looks like we have some Gas Blast from about 5 years ago that I missed. We're about to read them right now. Let's read this right here. I don't dox people, so you could just send it on in and I'll read it and I won't say your name. Haha, thanks. Okay, that's a lame Gas Blast. Let's read another Gas Blast right here. You seem like a pretty cool dude. Head to the Midwest and we'll get you turned into a Chad faster than you can say Sultan of Soy. Slightly rude. Not that rude. A little rude. Okay, let's read. This one's not that old. This one came in like 3 years ago. I, Nick the Rat, do hereby solemnly swear to allow anyone at any time to poop on me in any amount at any time for any reason. This verbal contract is legally binding. Any infractions to this contract will be met with the consequence of genital restrictions and other or genital abuse. I'm signed, Nick the Rat. So Gregorian music, huh? How about that? You know why they call it Gregorian music? It's because it was during the Gregorian period. Now, do you know what the Gregorian period is? That's when some guy named Gregory had his period and started to spread out across places doing things. I don't know enough about him to say stuff, but I think it's Pope Gregory the First. He lived in like 500 AD. Is he the reason everything's Gregorian? Otherwise, like, imagine being that person that's changes the world for one thing or another. They name an era after you. It surely was an era. Maybe Gregorian from the Battlestar Galactica. I don't. Okay, we're not talking about Cylons and that stuff. Okay. Let's concentrate on scary stories and stuff, and let's make sure that my doctor didn't leave a voicemail letting me know if I'm gonna live through the night. Let's find out. Doc.
Yo, Nick.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
I'm just wondering what you're up to, buddy.
Chilling. I'm living. How you
So
doing?
I found these organic baby carrots.
Yeah.
But they're multicolored. I was wondering what that's all about. It's like
I think it's the soil.
Taste the rainbow.
I think it's like the soil and the nutrients in
Or
the
do
carrot.
they squirt beet juice on some of them?
What?
And bleach the others.
They said
they're
pig
like
juice.
pale carrots, orange carrots.
You have the gamut of carrots there, my friend.
Carrots, hence the beet juice. But it doesn't go all the way to the center. The center is still the core of the carrot. When I bite it, it's still orange. I was just wondering what the fuck that's all about. If you know about carrots, Nick, please let me know. Oh, this is a good thick one. Two of them, big and thick. Oh. I think you're gonna play this until you shut it off. You're gonna play this until you shut me off.
So I've enjoyed the Lower Decks. I like the Star Trek Lower Decks. I think the story flows pretty well. The characters are pretty funny. The characters are a little annoying. They do a lot of screaming and yelling. They do tone it down, you know. I think they did find a flow for the characters. I'm more interested in the story than the characters. And it was mostly forced. A lot of forcing stuff. I didn't like the forcing of references. I don't like when there's like, oh yeah, remember when Dr. Spock did that thing? I don't like when they do that in it, but I've enjoyed the show a lot. It's been probably some of the best new Trek I've seen. Discovery Season 3 comes out tomorrow. I can't wait to watch that. Maybe I'll stay up all night and watch it. I can't wait to see what Michael Burnham's doing. Spock's sister, I guess. She doesn't exist, with a spaceship that breaks everything. Maybe they'll bring it to the Kelvin universe somehow. They'll be like, oh, they'll switch over to like the regular universe. That'd be cool. It's like, oh, by the way, that was all not even the Kelvin universe. Maybe it was the Melvin universe. Grain of salt. Okay. Oh, speaking of Star Trek, I know this is a little off. This is not the. I guess it's not off because it's about Star Trek, right? Listen to this. This was like my favorite scene from Star Trek, the original series with Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk, William Shatner. I like the guy. I think he's great. He makes me like Canada. He's like the testicles of Canada. That's what I'd call William Shatner. So let's just listen to this. This is like my favorite episode here. I just want to listen to it because Discovery Season 3 is coming tomorrow.
Captain's log, Stardate 14. We're being pulled towards a hostile planet. I'm hoping that Scotty will be able to activate the backup control systems.
Just listen to this for a second.
God, I feel so vulnerable.
Captain, I'm picking up some strange signals. Something about intergalactic oppressors, sir.
Captain, intruders are approaching the bridge, sir. Who are you?
I am the Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Spock!
The Wrath of Farrakhan.
Spock! Who is he? A former Calypso singer, Captain, who later became leader of a 20th century African-American religious sect known as the Nation of Islam.
You like to buy some incense?
Bean pie, my brother?
No, thank you.
What do you want?
I've come to warn your crew.
Warn your crew?
Of their enslavement.
Enslavement?
Aboard this vessel.
That's poppycock. These people are perfectly free to do anything they like.
It is that same lie that kept Elvis the king, that made that poor child LaToya Jackson think she could sing. It is that same lie that's got white boys rapping and the fat boys acting.
Hey, mister, you can't come in here and talk to me like that. Uhura, get me Starfleet Command.
Yes, Captain. Oh, my Nubian princess. How long have you placed his cause? I watch the show every week, and all I see is the back of your nappy wig.
Uhura, Starfleet, now!
Well, wait a second. He's right. I've been sitting here for 15 years with this damn thing in my ear. It ain't got one raise yet. Is that all I'm good for? To be your little secretary? Or your occasional chocolate fantasy? You get up off your flat butt and get Starfleet your damn self, because I ain't budging. Preach on, brother. Yes, sister.
Mr. Zulu, call Scotty. Tell him to get this man out of here.
Wait a minute, Mr. Zulu. Before you touch that dial, answer me this question. Who does the laundry around here?
I do.
Mr. Zulu.
Well, you call me Buddha head and pie face in front of everybody.
Well,
I've been in space all this time, and I haven't had one woman yet. You even take the ugly ones, Captain. My loins are about to explode. I want to do the nasty.
That's right, rise up!
Mr. Spock, my friend, we've got to do something.
Why do you say we, Caucasoid? It's obvious, Captain, that Minister Farrakhan is right.
Spock, are you out of your Falcon mind?
Well, logically speaking, Captain, I am the strongest and most intelligent person aboard this vessel, yet I'm only second in command.
Mm-hmm.
I should be captain, and I'm also a better director than you. Can't you see it's discrimination?
You get off my ship, buddy.
Put your puny weapon down, Captain. You cannot harm me. My people have survived 400 years of slavery. 300 years of apartheid. And 25 years of the Jeffersons in syndication. Very good! Go to your room. Oh, I love it when I do that to them. Nubian princess, call Sylvia's Soul Food Shack, make reservations. I got a taste for some blackened whitefish. Mr. Sulu, what are you gonna have?
Sylvia.
Well, all right then, my horny Asian brother, warp factor 5. We're going home, destination 125th Street.
It's one of my favorite episodes of the original series. The Wrath of Farrakhan. It was a great episode of Star Trek. Yeah, so yeah, been enjoying Lower Decks a lot, even though it's a little bit, it's a little Rick and Morty. I think the worst part about it is the cursing. I don't like, there shouldn't be cursing in Starfleet, and they could make jokes without cursing, and also hard references and cursing could go, and the rest is fine. I like it a lot. Discovery Season 3 is going to be goddamn hysterical. They have a ship that could jump anywhere in the future. Whatever. We'll see what they do. If they could fix that show, I'll stop making fun of Alex Kurtzman. But until that day. Okay, that's off my chest now. Also, I guess since we're talking about TV, you could call in and talk to me about TV too. I watch a little bit of the boob tube. I was kind of side watching the Blythe Mansion. Is that what it's called? Blythe Manor. House on Blythe Manor, Blythe Mansion. I don't know. It's on some streaming service. I was watching it like from the side, doing other stuff. I haven't been seeing it. I don't. It's getting a lot of good reviews, but I've seen about 5 episodes, and I guess it's good for sleeping to. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something because I'm not paying too much attention. It looked like it starts with like an old lady. She's telling a story, and the story is about 20 hours long. It seems like a very like if you're at like, oh yeah, we're at a party. Hi, how you doing? It's a Halloween party. Oh yeah, she looks interesting. Let's go hang out with her. She looks. And then she's like, oh, I want to tell you, I got a really scary story. I got a scary story to tell you. And she's an older lady. She's attractive, but she's like, guys, it's a little long. We're going to get fucked up while I tell it to you. You got to get real fucked up, I guess, while you're watching it to make it feel like it's moving along. But, so she's telling this story to these people in a party, and then the show starts, and it's like, so goddamn long, and like nothing happens. Like there's some weird kids in it that talk, like you want to slap them around. You're like, oh man, I want to slap these kids. And then there's some mundane housework and chores. I don't know what's going on in it. Maybe I'm missing something. There's a fake ass Brie Wilson. What's her name? Captain Marvel. Brie Ferguson. It looks like her. She's in there too. I don't know. I haven't been really enjoying that one. But maybe it's really good. If there's a reason, if I'm missing something, let me know. But it seems like Murder Maps. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's a chat. I forgot. I've been not reading the chat up here because I've been all tense from these ghost stories. You got some. Hold on 1 second. I got to breathe. That's better. I feel great. I feel good now. I breathed. Oh, by the way, I think there's a new episode of Origins of Things and stuff that just came out. It's probably on YouTube. I didn't post the MP3 yet, but we have great discussions on that show. We talk about witches and wizards, a whole bunch of cool stuff. So go check that out. Also, I think I asked a very interesting question at the beginning of the show about how nobody has ever actually farted or how nobody actually ever smells bad. And I have a scientist that backs me up on it. So yeah, check that out. Okay, well we got back to the show here. We got a lot more show to go. It's October. It's creepy. It's Halloweeny. We got scary stories coming. We're not done yet with the Telltale Heart. We still have one more part to go. Told by the great Medus. He does a great podcast too. You go check him out. I'll link him on the episode through the Twitter after I post this episode. Just want to say thanks to him. Also, there's some other artists that sent in some stories as well. We're keeping that for a surprise though. The show's not over, folks. The phone lines are currently full. It looks like my doctor keeps calling. Diane, play another doctor message. Let's see. Maybe my ED pills are in.
What the fuck? What kind of pizza joint has a goddamn message? What am I going to tell you? I want a pizza tomorrow? God. Call me back.
You're my doctor. Jeez. He leaves so many voicemails. It clogs up the phone line. That's why nobody's calling right now. Basically, he has I think he has 30 phones in his office. Last time I checked when I was there. He's a good guy, though. He gives really good rates. And he's loose with the pills. So,
Nick, I need your opinion, your experienced opinion, and knowledge on a subject.
No problem, Doc. What's up?
Also, because you have vast experience.
I do.
Should I shave my ass crack area? Should I have it waxed? Or should I leave it hairy and just have it all bleached? Should I bleach my asshole? Or all of the above? And I mean, if I leave it hairy, you could pretend you're exploring with a blonde. If I get it all waxed and then bleached, I don't...
Right, before he goes on with his story here, let me just say to you, Doctor, what are you trying to achieve? Think about what you're trying to achieve and then follow your heart. And after that, I'll maybe get my subscription filled, perhaps. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties. We're gonna have to play some music over here. We got a Thora bass with a Crumb for the Sparrow. Yeah, play those. We'll be right back, everybody. It looks like there might be ghost in the sewer. It's scary down here. Well, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where things are getting kind of scary. During that song, I heard a noise. It was coming from over in the corner over there. Same corner. That was just I was just there urinating, and then I left and I came back to over here, and then from over there where I was just right there. I heard like this loud bang. There's nobody else down here right now except Diane. Why are you holding an axe, Diane? You can put that down. And like 30 scientists are in a cafeteria about a couple floors down. But they're over there. You know, they're doing their job. They're keeping the servers running. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the show. It's not just one person. There's a lot of people here. Diane, did my doctor call back yet? Diane, did you get the answer to my question to Dear Diane? The newspaper column? You forgot the question that I asked? It was about the streak-free spray. Yes. Okay, people. Have you ever seen cloths that are marketed as streak-free? Sure. Okay. I guess some cloth might not have any texture on it, so it's pretty streak-free. When you rub it down, it'll be a smooth, clean surface. I understand this. What kind of magic do they use to make streak-free spray, though? Like, what is in or not inside of a spray that makes it leave streak? Isn't it just alcohol? Because if it's an alcohol-based product, it'll evaporate quicker. Or how do you make streaks not go, like, how do you get rid of these streaks? Does anybody out there know? Hello?
Hello?
Is this Mr. Streaks?
No, but I was interested in the street talk.
It's kind of weird.
The talk on the street.
Have you ever used a streak spree spray?
A streak-free spray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have in the past.
Do you think that's magic? Do you think there's magic in that bottle, or do you think there's some common knowledge that I'm just not understanding? It doesn't make sense.
I think it's a matter of evaporation.
Yeah, but if there's like cleaner in the spray, though, it's still gonna leave something behind, won't it? Like if there's something there, and if it evaporates too quick, it'll leave stuff. There'll be residue.
Yeah, but I think the rate of evaporation of streak-free stuff causes it to not leave streaks. Not at least leave streaks that are visible to the human eye.
So it might leave micro streaks that are not seen by the human eye, but these streak-free sprays evaporate so fast that the eyes can't see it, but maybe something smaller can.
Bingo.
So is that still magic though? That kind of sounds like magic. That's almost like. It's almost magic. Fast evaporation, like I could evaporate quick. Like imagine you could pee, and it evaporates before it hits the floor.
You know what? I mean, a lot of magic is based on chemistry. So.
What about physics? Magic's not based on physics, just chemistry.
A lot of it's based on physics too. It's magic touches a lot of the sciences.
I think biology is the biggest magic because that
gravity,
shit doesn't make sense.
I mean, even gravity.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. It's the edge. There's like edge cases to every science, isn't there? We're just like, well, you just have to. It just is. It just is.
Especially if you see like somebody work with like a deck of cards or like coins, where they can make them like appear and disappear. or the way they work a deck of cards to place different cards within the deck. It's a lot of like edge science when they do that.
It's like after AP, right? Like there's a there's geometry, and there's geography, and then there's addition and multiplication. Then there's physics, and then there's advanced physics, and then there's card cutting or coin vanishing.
Almost. I mean, no, I know what you're saying though. When it gets into, I mean,
it's a higher pay raise too. If you could do something that you can't explain, you're gonna get paid a lot of money for it.
Probably.
Isn't that great? There's people that have jobs that are doing stuff they
I don't
can't
know, to an extent, there's people that have worked a hustle like that before. Like that, what was his name? Uri Geller?
Yeah.
That bent the spoons?
Fuck yeah, he came to my house once, and he bent my mom over a chair.
But who was it? I can't remember who it was that disproved him. Somebody disproved him that he couldn't really bend the spoon.
It was probably Randy the Magnificent.
Yeah. So I mean, there's always a explanation to the magic, and magic based on
Randy
science,
also bent my mother over a chair as well.
Wow! Whoa!
It was a magical gangbang. It ruined me for my entire life.
That would either be magical or.
I mean, it was disproven. It never happened. Randy disproved it, as he did it in front of me. He's great at his job. Imagine your job was just proving somebody wrong. That's great. Like, it's just like somebody who was able to stand up for themselves and be like, you're just bullshitting me. You're lying. One guy's making money from lying, and one guy's making money for pointing him out for lying.
Well, wouldn't that be like OSHA? Do you know what OSHA is?
That's either a large aquatic animal or a Japanese dish.
No, it's like occupational hazards and standards.
Well, if you're whaling, it's all three.
No, it's like where a business has to follow a certain like standards of safety for the employees, and they'll come in and fine you for that.
Oh, shit. Oh, I mean, OSHA. That's a. Okay, well. Caller?
Yes, sir.
Can I perhaps throw a ball that has a question on it into your court?
Sure.
All right. I don't know if I have a ball.
Can I forewarn you?
Oh wait, I got one right here. Okay, ball. Okay. Let me write. What's that?
My brain is fried lately from so much information.
Oh, well, that's perfect because the question I'm about to ask you is gonna.
It'll be honest, whatever I blow at you.
All right. My question is blowing into somebody's face funny or not? That's
not at all.
So that's not funny?
No.
Damn, because I was going to be on America's Got Talent, and I thought it'd be funny if I went up to each of them, and I want to blow into Howie Mandel's face. Oh, I thought that'd be funny. That'd be the whole stand-up bit.
The urge to do that would be overwhelming, but the overall laugh factor, if it was my face that someone was blowing into, I'd be all ticked off.
There's
I'd be
no
like,
face more punchable than a face blow.
What is that smell?
What did you... Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
That's probably the first person you would ever like punch. Like if you'd never punched somebody before, somebody blowing in your face is probably the first person you do it to.
That would be a trigger event right there. That would definitely... Yeah, especially if it was like someone like approaching the garlic smell, maybe, you know?
Imagine it was in like an
That'd be
old...
like the ultimate, like there might be somebody that you do it to and they'd be like, whatever, he's weird. But there's going to be one of them.
Imagine Vincent Price doing it to you. What if it was somebody famous? Would you let a famous person blow into your face?
Vincent Price I'd be like, oh wow, that's impressive.
Keep blowing.
Especially
since
the
he's
voice
dead.
from like the Thriller.
True.
The power of the Thriller.
I'd imagine his breath smells like maybe like a scone and coffee. Be coffee and
possible pale male.
Like a cinnamon too. I would detect a hint of cinnamon in Vincent Price's breath as he huffed in my face.
And some Lucky Strikes.
Wait,
bit,
caller, are you a vampire?
I'm
seeing people saying that you're a vampire in the chat room over here.
I've not been tested. Is that like the COVID test?
I don't know how you check if you're a vampire.
I have no idea.
Do you know how to check if you're a witch?
If it's no, I don't.
Then you should listen to Origins of Things and Stuff, episode 7, about the origins of witches. You like that, right? It's a pretty good segue.
That was an awesome segue.
Yeah, nobody died or anything.
No, yeah, nobody rolled off a cliff.
Could have happened. Could have been big. Could have been huge.
Like, I'm looking around for audio of that guy falling off the cliff, but that's probably a little bit weird.
There should be cameras on everything, but why isn't sports? There should be like body cam cameras on football players and basketball players. If these warriors of ours are out there and they're sweating for the money and they're on national TV and they're taking up airtime of our airwaves with their sweaty, tight-panted athleticism, there should be cameras everywhere. I want to see a helmet cam on every player, and I want to be able to flip through them. I want to be able to buy the quarterback's helmet cam feed and just sit there and I watch that. Or I could flip it to maybe one of the polls in a women's volleyball game. That'd be cool. There should be cameras on the polls. Or
that's totally more than possible. That's totally possible.
Why don't we put cameras everywhere for the sports? And we just...
I mean, it doesn't have to be this. Doesn't have to be 1080. You know.
No, I want to see 420p footage of the internal organs. I want to see a heart camera on a basketball player. I could see their heart beating. He's taking the shot.
That'd be more than possible. I mean,
oh man, what? Why are we so lame as a society? There's so much cool stuff we could do, and we don't do it.
You could have a total harness on you when any of those sports are played. You could have the crotch cam.
That's
Would
what
you want the crotch cam?
Oh man, that could be an advertisement for Trojan. It could just be this crotch cam was paid for by Trojan, and just there could be advertisements on it too. It could be hey, don't do drugs, crotch cam. LeBron James's crotch cam.
Suppository.
Yeah. Or put a ball. Why not put a camera in a baseball bat so you could see the bat swinging to hit the ball? We could do this, people. It's 2020. We're all living in caves and we don't have toilet paper. We could put cameras in baseball bats.
Or the ball.
That would make me nauseous, though. It would be spending too much. Unless you put a gyro in there so it leveled out or something.
Like that sandwich that the Greeks eat?
Oh, yeah. Caller, you know what? Caller, I'm going to talk to you off the air about a flying sandwich that doesn't get all over the place. A little bit later. Can I give you a call back later?
Sure.
Good, because I gotta go. 917-719-5923 is the phone number. You could have conversations, or maybe do a Shark Tank deal or something, a flying gyro. We're We're going to make it rich down here. The plans. Let's listen to part 3 of The Telltale Heart by the great, the incredible, the full-flavored, the vocal range of a football team with jock cameras on. Oh man, and you could like have a helmet cam, and when the guy's hutting you the ball, you could see the sweat dripping down his ass crack in like 3D. The future's now, people. Why are we not treating these sports players more like I guess that's probably why, I guess. Because it's kind of a disgusting habit to do. Fuck it, I'm still in for it. Let's Telltale Heart Part 3.
But for many minutes the heart beat on with muffled sound. This, however, did not vex me. It would not be heard through the wall. At length it ceased. The old man was dead. I removed the bed and examined his corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. I placed my hand upon the heart and held it there for many minutes. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. His eye would trouble me no more. If you still think me mad, you will no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily, but in silence. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head and arms and legs. Then I took up 3 planks from the flooring in the chamber and deposited all between the scantlings. I replaced the boards so cleverly, so cunningly, that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. There was nothing to wash out, no stain of any kind, no blood spot whatever. I had been far too weary for that. The tub had caught all. When I had made an end of these labors, it was 4 o'clock, still dark as midnight. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart, for what had I to fear? There entered 3 men, who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. A shriek had been heard by a neighbor during the night. Suspicion of foul play had been aroused. Information had been lodged at the police office, and they, the officers, had been deputed to search the premises. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentleman welcome. The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man I mentioned was absent in the country. I took my visitors all over the house. I bade them search well. I led them at length to his chamber and showed them his treasures, secure, undisturbed. In the enthusiasm of my confidence, I brought chairs into the room and desired them here to rest for their fatigues, while I myself, in the wild audacity of my perfect triumph, placed my own seat upon the very spot which reposed the corpse of the victim. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things, but ere long I felt myself getting pale, and wished them gone. My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears, but still they sat and still chatted. The ringing became more distinct. It continued to become more distinct. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued to gain definitiveness until at length I found that the noise was not within my ears. No doubt I now grew very pale, and I talked more fluently and with a heightened voice, and yet the sound increased. And what could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I gasped for breath, and yet the officers heard it not. I talked more quickly, more vehemently, but noise steadily increased. I arose and argued about trifles in a high key with violent gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. Why would they not be gone? I paced the floor to and fro with heavy strides, as if excited by the fury of the observations of the men. But the noise steadily increased. Oh, God, what could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore. I swung the chair upon which I had been sitting and grated it upon the boards, but the noise arose over all and continually increased. It grew louder and louder and louder, and still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God, no. No, they heard, they suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony, anything more tolerable than this derision. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. I felt that I must scream or die, and now again, hark! Louder! 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 Villains! I shrieked. Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here! Here! It's the beating of that hideous heart.
That was a pretty good cover. I liked it so much that I played it. That was Yog with Jigsaws Falling Into Place. That's a Radiohead song. Good stuff. I like it a lot. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We are on the 1 a.m. hour. That means it's kind of late. But you know what that means? It means time to grab a little El Jimador. This NVIDIA technology hasn't been the most amazing stuff ever. Kind of wish I still had a big old green sheet tied to my wall. But that's fine. Hey, it's 1 o'clock tequila time. And we'll be mixing this with a little bit of... Ow. Zico. All right. If you'd like to give me a call and tell me what your favorite drink is for October, give me a call. My favorite drink for October actually would be October, November, December. And the winter time would be spice rum, apple cider, and cinnamon sticks in there. That's always tasty. Throw a little fruit in there too, maybe a little apple, a couple apple slices, and apple cider. But you could drink anything all year round. Got my coconut juice and my tequila tonight. Makes me feel good. It is 1 a.m. in the sewer. We go late night here because the nighttime, that's when the creatures and the monsters come out. And I like to do a little, I like to do edge. I don't like to talk about religion or politics, really. Like it's so ingrained in all of our lives, and nobody could agree on anything. Like we can. There's some stuff when you see it, it's bad, and you're like, that's just bad because I saw it, and that's bad. And nobody could usually agree on those, but it's very hard to talk about that because nobody is anywhere. We're not all in the same room watching the same thing happening. We're all in our own little. It's definitely dimensional shifts between people. It's very hard for society to come together. But we could. If you're not an asshole, then usually you could kind of join the community and feel good. So if you're like an outcast and you're like, oh man, these people will never talk to me, just find some people that aren't assholes. It's hard to do. Very hard to do. But you can do it. And you'll find it. The horror community is great. If you want to meet people that aren't assholes, most people in the horror community, they look like they're scary, maybe a little strange, but they're very nice people. I love the horror community. We are talking about scary stuff tonight, scary stories. There are more scary stories to be heard tonight. Let me just do a little countdown here. A couple surprises coming up. 1, 2. But we're not going to play a scary story right now. We're going to probably listen to another phone call from my doctor because I am really desperate to know how my DE reversed is doing right now. Please, come on, doctor. Come on, let me know.
Hey, Nick. I got a question for you about the music you played pre-stream. The whole John Legend orchestral music that John Legend choreographed.
Okay. What's wrong, doctor?
Yeah, I'm not trying to piss on anyone's, career, but I'm just wondering when did John Legend which Jurassic Park movie was that? Jurassic Park movie was that John Legend remix from? I'd really like to know.
I don't really know what you're talking about, doctor.
All his John Legend that's not his name? Oh, fuck, I guess I just hear things wrong, because all John Legend's shit sounds the same. Worthless.
Oh. Doc, look, I'm not looking for your music. I'm looking for my pills, buddy. Gee, okay, look, I gotta wash my ears out with a non-doctor voicemail. This looks like we get 917-719-5923. You could call in right now. The phone lines are kind of jam-packed, but you might get lucky. It looks like No, that line just got full. There's so many blinking lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 89, 90. There's like 90 people calling right now. There's a long. It's hard to get in. It's hard to get through. And I understand that, if you got stuff to do and you don't want to wait on hold because the phone systems in the sewer is a little fucked up, I understand. Okay, but let's listen to this voicemail, 917-719-5923. You could leave this anytime, and I'll play it on the show.
Hey, Nick. This is Marbles again.
Oh, Marbles.
So my friends, Ratchet, Pirate, NORAD, Murdoch,
NORAD?
and Wormwood, they told me that I should call you. They said you're the rattiest of rats. I'm going to keep trying to call tonight and see if I can get you. I heard that it's going to be a really scary show tonight.
Didn't you just talk about House of a Thousand Corpses?
House of a Thousand Corpses, just to get in the mood to watch what's going on, or to talk to the rattiest of rats. So I'm just hoping I get through, Mr. Nick, or is it just Nick, or is it Mr. Rat? Again, Mr. Rat, Nick the Rat. This is Marbles.
Oh.
My friends call me Marbles because they love me. What's the chances of me calling back and getting online?
I think in 2020's hindsight, you're probably not going to get through. The phone lines are totally packed. I don't think you're going to get through tonight, Marbles. Maybe another night we could talk. You sound like an awesome person. I would love to know more about Murdoch and. Oh wait. Let's play an advertisement because people like you do support the show. This is like a very public show. I'm trying to spread culture. You could replay my show, and I will not sue you. I will not get lawyers to come after you unless if you started charging for it. Like if you were making money off of my show somehow, like or you took my credit card information, and I can make some money. We're playing. Advertisements, spend money, buy, spend money, buy.
Do you collect spooky memorabilia? Well, we have a deal for you.
They're not going to pay us if I play it like that. Oh, hold on one second here.
That's right, 100%
Sorry. Okay, we don't want to get sued for playing the advertisement too low, so we're going to resume that on the louder. You know what I just thought about? A lot of people out there. There's a lot that will accept life in a very shitty state. There could be something horrible going on in your life that is very easily fixable. But I think 90% of people out there will just totally ignore it. Like, say you're in the shower, and when you turn the hose, you turn the fire hose on in a certain direction, and say the faucet starts to squeal. And it just starts happening one day. You just get into the shower, and there's a squealing noise coming from your shower because something's happening. Most people will just live like that for the next 20, 30, 40 years of their life with that squealing noise going on. And it's just like they're too is it proud or ignorant? Or unaware that they could probably fix the issue that's right in front of them. There could be maybe or like another example would be that they have something that's old and broken in their house. Like it's just like an old and broken thing that you use often, like maybe like a faucet handle. Say you had like a faucet handle that if you grabbed it and it was broken, you'd probably slice your hand open and you'd bleed all over the place. but you're just too damn lazy to change it. People, you could get out there, you could change these things, you could fix it. There's so much power that you have over your influence sphere that you could make your life better very quickly. I know it's very hard to get past the doing of something because doing stuff sucks, but you could do it. And I believe in you. And you should probably buy whatever this next advertisement is selling. I hope this... Diane, is that going to cover my ass?
You collect spooky memorabilia? Well, we have a deal for you. Crime scene evidence. That's right, 100% real crime scene evidence. Our operatives have illegal access to 100% real crime scene evidence. Get knives, drugs, guns, spent bullet casings, and dirty underwear from the worst criminals in the district. Order now and we'll even throw blood samples, still moist. Call now for prices, 917-719-59. 917-719-5923.
During this time of year, it's hard for a lot of us, especially the pumpkins. Please donate to the Dark Sewer Network today and help protect the pumpkins of the world. 917-719-5923. Donate today.
Let's boost the amperage and play Rave Up Records with Bad Mind. Rave Up Records with Bad... Play it. Alright, people. Let's have a fun time in the sewer.
No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you try to get your sleep in the middle of the night? Well, see them run like a thief in the night, but they can't run away from themselves. No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you try to get your sleep in the middle of the night? themselves. No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you're trying to get your sleep in the middle of the night?
Anyway, I'm going to get this party started.
Unmute that fucking tab. Hey, motherfucker.
I'm going to try out some of this canine.
You're a badass motherfucker.
You're building a rat ship here.
See them run like a thief in the night, but they can't run away from themselves. No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you're trying to get your sleep in the middle of the night? Well, see them run like a thief in the night, but they can't run away from themselves. No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you're trying to get your sleep in the middle of the night? Well, see them run like a thief in the night, but they can't run away from themselves. No, can't run away from themselves. See them run, see them run, see them hide from their own conscience. Tell me, how does it feel when you're trying to get your sleep in the middle of the night? Well,
Hello? It's called dancing. I didn't really shake you. Jeez. Shake it like a Polaroid. Welcome to the sewers of Brooklyn, New York, everybody. It is October. It is super duper scary time out there. You never know what's going to happen that's scary. You could be just sitting there eating a croissant, and then you get a call from your doctor, and he tells you something horrible. And then he's like, I'll call you back. And then every time after that he calls you, he leaves a weird, really fucking strange voicemail. Probably like this next one that he left. I'm not expecting to get the information that I need from him tonight, but maybe, I don't know, let's see what we got here.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Apparently it was John's Willie that was, the music was by John's Willie, because, I mean, it's pumping, 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 pumping. It all feels the same. There is nothing worth hearing or playing by that bass. He's made a career. I can't fault him for that, but it's all the same shit. I'm just,
Thanks, Doc. Thanks for... Okay, let's get back into this Halloween spirit. Let's have another scary story here. It's no longer the heart that won't stop and sticking your head into holes. Check it out. Tall Tale Heart. Read by Medus, the great great story that was. But this one is also by another great man named Lonnie Webb. Now, Lonnie Webb has what does it say? Like a Kickstarter? What is it? What is it called? An Indiegogo? Is that like a dance move? It's okay. Lonnie might be he has an Indiegogo. It's a dance move. It's not a dance move. Destiny Mountains Demon. It looks like a great crime story with supernatural stuff. You could try to help him out there. And if you like this next story, it's by him, and I'm sure you will. Well, his artwork's actually pretty stunning, and you should check it out. It's scary as fuck too. He's I like it a lot. Lonnie Webb, check him out, and check out his Indiegogo, Destiny Mountain Demon. Check it out. And here is his submission to the Nick the Rat Radio's Scary Story October Fun Time. Holy shit, I crap my pants, because this is probably going to be scary as fuck. Let's listen to it as soon as I find out how to play it, and I don't have to keep on stretching the segment out. Here we go!
Here we go. You know, the full moon came and went, and that day I remember it because I was there at the hardware store walking in to get me a couple of fittings. And I'll be darned, but what? From behind a lamppost, there was an evil, fallen SUV looking out from behind that lamppost, and it decided it was going to charge like a bull, and it did, like a fiery tiger, all out of the depths of hell, was blacked out windows and chrome spinning rims. It charged at me, crossed the white lines, careened over the handicapped spots, and left me leaping across the red fire engine lane. And the dire women's that was driving that there SUV missed me, but not by much. She was out to kill some man. Any man would do. You could see it in her eyes, 'cause her burning red eyes was the only thing you could see through the blacked out SUV windows. Now I tell you, I've adopted a new strategy to make sure that when I drive my truck, the world is safe from me becoming one of the were kind. So the first thing I do is when I put my keys into my truck's steering column, I put my left hand into my lap to see if I have not become a wormans. If I'm a wormans, I take my keys back out of the steering column, and then I check the mirror to see if I'm a black women's or a white women's. Because you can't have a yellow or a brown women's, you know, it's either black or white. And I'm going to get, at that point, out of my truck, and I'm going to look around and try to figure out what the hell happened to my SUV. Now that's what happened to me when I just tried to go to the hardware store. The crazy fallen werewomen from hell come out and tried to drive over your ass at the hardware store during the full moon. I'm L-Dub.
Oh, well then. Looks like my Twitch stream. I don't know if it's going in and out. It looks like it's down for me, but it might be up. This is off. Who knows? I don't care. Whatever. You can watch this or listen to it whenever. This is mainly a podcast. It's not like some video fun time. But if you're looking at the video right now, you're gonna see this gorgeous rodent over here with the cheese. It's made by Lucid Naps right there. Napoleon Doom. Was it Strange Bread? Bread, Napoleon Doom. Yeah, it's amazing artist. I love this piece. I have it framed and everything. Anyway, does the artwork for Grimerica too. The cover art for Grimerica. Oh, it looks like we got some gas blast that just came in right here. Holy crap, this is a little bit long, but let's see if I can get through it. Okay. Nick, I have a scary story for you. I hope you don't shart your pants. All right, it looks like I have to read you guys a scary story now. It's a little long. If I can't get through it, I'll stop. But I'm going to try to get through it. I'm going to try to go through it at a nice pace. I'm going to keep a nice pace going. Brooklyn, October 2020, high noon. It was a warm and sunny fall day. A Brooklyn resident named Nick was walking down the street dressed in his favorite skinny jeans and corporate logo t-shirt. He was gleefully playing Animal Crossing on a Switch when suddenly two Midwestern yokels who were busy gaping and pointing at the tall buildings slammed into him and made him drop his Switch. He picked it up and he noticed that the screen was cracked and the case was roughed up, which would hurt his soft hands. That would. Enraged at the yokels, Nick turned, started screaming obscenities at them. "You stinky yokels!" The yokel put his arm around his wife and started to cry at the terrible words coming in her way. Nick was so upset that he didn't notice another man slowly rise out of his chair across the street and begin approaching. As Nick's tantrum began to subside, he finally noticed the man approaching and turned to him. Further insults drying up immediately. That's a weird sentence there. This is a cold read, by the way. I had never seen this before in my life. The man was at least a foot taller than Nick and 100 pounds heavier of pure muscle, with a jawline that could cut glass. Nick realized that the man was not just a Chad, but that he was also so far above regular Chads as to be a Giga Chad. The man continued to slowly walk towards Nick. 50 feet. 40 feet. 20 feet. At 15 feet, Nick was terrified to see the Giga Chad unholster the big iron on his hip. 8, 4, 1 foot. Oh God, the Giga Chad stared down at Nick, flexing his muscles and breathing angrily. He continued to stare at Nick, who was beginning to sweat and twitch more than a podcaster with Tourette's. Nick tried to turn around and walk away, but the Giga Chad firmly grabbed Nick by the neck and turned him back around as easily as he would a child. A sweet, baby, innocent child. Giga Chad had his huge left hand wrapped around Nick's pencil neck and finally said, "I heard you yelling at those two old people. Try yelling at me. Go on, I dare you." Nick suddenly realized Giga Chad was also from the Midwest, most likely South Dakota, based on his accent. Nick stammered, "Your toy for children," growled Giga Chad. "Set it down." Nick dropped the Switch. Giga Chad looked at it on the ground, sneered, and brought it... What the fuck is this? and brought his red wing work boot down on it in a swift stomp. It shattered into a million pieces. Hold on one second. It's sad. I just gotta hit the mute button so I can let out a little cry. Hold on. It's a long story here. Okay. I think I'm good. Okay. And fuck this, Giga Chad. Suddenly, Giga Chad's hand started to tighten around Nick's neck slowly, and Nick's eyes began to bulge. Sometimes when rats get excited, they bulge and twitch their eyes, so maybe I was just excited. I don't know. Nick's weak arm beat ineffectively against Giga Chad's massive chest. Holy shit, Nick thought to himself. Giga Chad is going to kill me, and I haven't even watched my new Simpin' for Pogs DVD yet. Finally, as Nick's vision began to darken, Giga Chad let him go and started to laugh in his deep baritone. I'm just messing with you, little man. I left the Midwest to get away from the idiots like that. Come on, let's go to the range. Since I broke your toy, the ammo is on me. The end. Diane, did my doctor call me? He did? Can you play that?
Nick R., I gotta say, I'm so glad you played the chase after you played all that John Willie shit, because little John Willie, God, I mean, any orchestral trained ear can tell all that shit's the same fucking thing, and I don't know why it's so frustrating, except for the fact that I have more respect for people that can fart melodies than the fucker that can get away with cashing out on other pedophiles.
What the fuck?
To make music tracks for their movies. I'm not saying he is, I'm just saying it's a very suspicious career that he's not even good at. God!
Between that call from my doctor and the Giga Chad story, all I could say is Say It Ain't So by Alka.
Somebody's signing is crowding my icebox. Somebody's cold one is giving me chill. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah, alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your truck is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. I can't confront you. I never can. try and be cool. And I say, this way, it's a water slide away from me. They take you further every day. So be cool. Say it ain't so. Your jug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. Dear Daddy, I'll write you in spite of years of silence. You've cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, or so I hear. Despite of Stevens awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is rolling in the flood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say it ain't so. Your jug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
That was a Weezer cover of Say It Ain't So by... Who the hell was that again? Alka. Alka with that there cover. All right, everybody. We're coming to an end of the show, but the thing is, we still have one more scary story surprise for you. This was sent in by Mystery Man? Mystery Man sent this in. Wow, this is cool. Whoa, what's going on here? Hold on one second. It looks like, wait. It looks like a gas blast just came in. Wait, there's comments on my... Hold on one second here. Oh. What is this here? Yes, indeed. Man, the Penske File. It's a great... If you like Star Trek, listen to the Penske File. I like their opinion. I think they're... Wes and Clay, I think, are great. Anyway, let's listen. We got another gas blast here. This just came in. Is Diane a pog? That is disrespectful. The person that just sent that, I'm never going to read another gas blast from you again unless you change your email address, which I've never seen this before. So, that's it. Is Diane a pog? That's an employee I work with. Now, if I said that she was, you know what would happen to me? There'd be HR scientists raining down the wrath of fucking the demon sperm in my eyes. It would just burn. It would burn me away if I answered that question. You're trying to get me fired. It's not funny. It's not funny to go into somebody's house, somebody's sewer, somebody's job, somebody's livelihood, and fuck with them like that. But, you know, that's why we have laws and stuff, because people love going around and just fucking with people. Like you. Trying to get me to say that Diane's ass is so fat that when I look at it, it makes my eyes feel like they're concave, because I feel her ass energy pressing my eyeballs inward, and I could see the insides of my eyes like bending inwards from the sheer anti-gravitational forces from her butt cheeks. I'd like to put butter. Diane, can I put butter on your ass cheeks with a knife? Like, not a sharp knife, a butter knife. It's butt and butter. It goes together. It's totally, maybe we could work something out later. Before I get kicked off of the internet and maybe lose my job and get canceled, we should maybe listen to this last scary story. It's so scary that we saved it for last because, I thought, if we saved the best for last, that's what, I don't think I did that here. But, let's listen in and maybe we'll enjoy it a little bit. I don't know. Fuck. Happy Halloween, everybody. By the way, happy October. We're halfway through the month. We still have a few more weeks to go of scary stuff. It's not over yet. But it's almost over. So get your tissues ready. I know it's so sad when you're like listening to something and it's about to end. That's what's weird about my show. I don't think you ever know when it's going to end, really. I guess you can kind of feel it out. And if you knew how I did only 9 songs, you could be like, well, he played 8 songs already, so it's probably going to end soon. Oh, wait. Is that the secret sauce? The love of... scary... Mystery Man!
This is Mystery Man, and I'm going to be reading to you The Office Job. He heard it through the walls of his office. It sounded like they were being licked. A slithering, sloppy slush of mess being dumped about. It slapped and slithered and wiggled. He sat and listened with great interest. Then he felt the room start to pulsate, vibrating with a hum, a very deep, low frequency, a slow-motion heartbeat at least 100 times the size of the room. It moved through his body, slowly, like molasses. He sat and felt this with a great unease. Then there was light. It started to break through tiny cracks in the wall. Itty-bitty shafts of dark light. Black threads piercing the entire room. They cast shadows that swirled like smoke on the ceiling. The panic was starting to set in. And that's when the smell of plastic and gelatin and tar and flesh began to crawl up on his chest, making it hard for him to breathe. It left a trail, a thick residue of wretched stench, from the floor up his legs into his mouth. It tasted like rust, rusty, toxic, acidic, necrotic gravel, tumbling down into his throat, filling his lungs until it went up into his nose cavity, deeper and deeper into his skull, deep, deep down, deep into the center of his brain, until there was nothing left except darkness. After a few minutes, Bob opened his eyes and continued clicking through Reddit.
Did Mystery Man just troll us? just an Is that just an advertisement for Reddit? Why do my lips look fucking purple? What's going on here? I thought I took the lipstick off already. Well, everybody, I'm gonna try to have a couple more things for Halloween. I got a couple more ideas stored up for shows, and we're gonna have a lot more fun here in the sewer. And if you were calling in tonight and you couldn't get through, I'm sorry. I understand. It's the board is still lit up. I actually don't know why no more calls. Diane, can you grease the holes? Yeah, you gotta lube up the call holes. They're call holes, yes, right? Yeah. It's like an operator with the pegs and the board. Grease those holes up. Use the orange grease. I love that orange is a very a fall color. Isn't it weird how colors go with seasons and feelings and temperatures? It's understandable about temperatures a little bit because heat releases certain light frequencies. The hotter it is, was it closer to like white or red or blue, or higher up the? It's there's science involved in Halloween, and I hope we could celebrate it together. And I hope you'll be back next week to Nick the Rat Radio. I know I'll be here. I can't wait to hear what old Nick the Rat has in his bag of tricks. I can't wait to. Oh wait, that's me. All right, that's the show, right? Oh wait, there's one more song. We have to play one more song, and then we're gonna get out of here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I have a lot going on my brain. When you're scared, you got the fight or the flight going on, and then there's a million things in between. Like, oh, I'm about to die. Should I start to masturbate or try to eat food like your last meal? You could be getting chased by somebody with like an axe, and you know you're gonna die, but you might stop at the deli while you're getting chased to eat something, or maybe for some mayonnaise to help finish the process, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to finish the process down here in the sewer. I'm Nick the Rat, and you are you. Stay that way, because we love you, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, we're going to listen to Fatcade with Playing with Forks. We'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio.
that fucking sound.
I also thought that Nick the Rat's pants down was kind of okay.
Yeah, didn't have enough context.
You're building a rat ship here.
Hey, motherfucker. You're a badass motherfucker. I just wanted to tell you that.
Nick the Rat!
Evil is not just a word. It is a reality. Like any living thing, it can be created and was created by these people. The history of the Ushers is a history of savage degradations. First in England and then in New England. And always in this house. Always in this house. Pall of evil which fills it is no illusion. For hundreds of years, foul thoughts and foul deeds have been committed within its walls. The house itself is evil now.
Stop killing animals!